Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to another, another live stream. We're back with Zowo's Journey, and yeah, we have two more extreme trials, sorry, not extreme trials, two more normal raids left to do to finish off the Alexander fights, and then we will be continuing on with the Alliance raids. I think is probably going to be the next thing that we'll do. I briefly want to just go over what I've done for my Wondrous Tales. So, Alexander, I just finished that, and I also, Alexander, Heart of the Creator, that's what we're going to be doing today. And we might be able to get to Void Arc. We'll see. It kind of depends on what happens. So, yeah. Whatever we don't manage to do, I will go ahead and finish these off stream. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright. Another quest. Quick Thing says, the future's already been writ, eh? That's where fighting that we're fighting a losing battle? Well, we've got a thing or two to say about that, don't we, Zowo? Brown Rocks is safe with us, which means the Illuminati won't be turning back time on us anymore. And that's not all. Thanks to your efforts, we've got ourselves a straight path to the third and final core. Aye, this very heart of the very heart of the Colossus. Put it out of action, and the whole thing will grind to a halt. Let's go, Zowo. We'll show the Illuminati the future is yet to be decided, and save Mead while we're at it. Mead-ay. Frozen solid and unable to move. Oh no, my why? Why does my camera do this to me? Ugh. Bleh. That's annoying. Alright. Heart of the Creator time. I guess. I don't know. Like, to be fair, it is a pretty cheap camera, so it's not that surprising. But it's like, it's weird because the past few streams, not an issue whatsoever. In fact, I don't even know when the last issue was. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's very, very weird. Oh, that's that thing. Okay. But yes, how are ya? Welcome to the chaos. Tired? Yeah, that's fair. That's why you have coffee. Yeah. But yeah, I've been doing a bit of grinding off stream, as you can see. Almost done with Realm Reborn quests. Just need to do a few more things there. So that's good. Unfortunately, I can't do them right now because I did them yesterday. That's fun. Honestly, I don't know if I could make it without coffee. At this point, it's weird. It's very, very weird. What do we have here? Okay, so that we have the orchestron roll ready, which we could probably get after today. Oh, cool! They're setting those up. That's cool. Bam, bam, bam. But yeah, I think when it comes to Realm Reborn quests, I think the only things left is to finish up these guys. Well, technically there's other quests that come later, but oh, and the Moogles. Freaking Moogles. I need to do that. I need the hat. The hat is important. But I don't know. The problem with the Moogles is that it takes so long to get through that. And, you know. And then also I need to do some, extreme not extreme trials. Hard versions of dungeons and blech. There we go. Finally that happens. There's a fish called Wahoo. That is weird. I did not know that. Time to face off against Ark. It's one of your favorite mounts. Oh, I'm the only one viewing cutscenes. Is this the first active time maneuver? Or am I crazy? I'm misjudging space because I played this as Zowo. Or I played this as Hollow so much. So distance is weird. And there we go. Yep. Poor little healer. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, they all left already. I'm not surprised. Oh, cool, I got a command. Probably because they thought I was new. Yeah, I did it perfectly. Outstanding, Zowo. Another Illuminati creation reduced to scrap metal. I'll wager the mere sight of you is enough to send the gobbies scurrying back to the drawing board. That's a big crystal. There it is, the heart of the beast. Only now that I see it up close do I comprehend the true scale of the thing. To have reached this size in so short a space of time, the core must have taken in ether at a positively ungodly rate. I'd be willing to wager that it has to regrow itself faster than we could ever hope to chip away at it. Which means we'll need to change tack, The central control room houses everything required to operate the Colossus. It's not conceivable that it might offer us a way to regulate or even shut off the flow of ether to the core. Of course, any attempt to control Alexander is doomed to fail. Without the guidance of the Enigma Codex, and there's only one person alive who can access its secrets. But Chief, do we really need to drag the poor girl back here? What if she falls into the Illuminati's hands again?
Uplanders waste their tongue flaps. Quick Things has seen future, true future, and ends badly for Uplanders, very, very badly. Uplanders think they just lazy walk into central control. Quick Things thinks not. All passages are sealed. All floaty boards disabled. Only way left open is here through core chamber. And when Uplanders come next, it will be Uplanders end times. Quick Things has seen it.
Bullcrap. I call bullcrap. Because we've already seen the future. We know exactly where that cuts off.
Bachelor.
Huh? Oi, Wedge, is it just me, or are you getting the feeling we've seen all this happen before?
This is the Watcher Book of Backrix. And look, writings in and where Backrix leaves off when Shona sends Watcher Book spinning, falling from Backrix's fingers.
What the? You mean to say the book Quick Thinks has been reading from all this time is your journal, the same journal that slipped from your hands when we traveled back in time? So that's how he was able to anticipate our every move. He's no prophet, just a gobby with delusions of grandeur and a diary from the future. So the glorious bleeding future he was always going on about, the one that was writ, was nothing but Backrix's record of the stuff we'd already seen? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Bugger me. I've just had a thought. Oi, Cat, are you the Schrodinger from Shortstop, or are you Quick Thinks is familiar, Shona? Twice for yeah, was it, Chief? Both. I bleeding knew it. She's both. After Schrodinger went tumbling from the Colossus, and don't ask me how she survived the drop. Quick Things found her, took her in, and gave her a new name. It's like they're two cats, but also one at the same time. Setting aside for a moment the question of whether or not that even makes sense, what possessed that confounded cat, whatever you want to call her, to do all this in the first place? I swear she's done... all she's done is made a right old mess of everything. Now, Wedge. Taking out frustrations on a mewling kitten won't get us any closer to dismantling the core. Getting back to the crux of the matter. Backrix, you said the journal ends right where you left off, yes? That it's nothing but blank pages from the point that point on? Yep. Did you hear? Do you hear that, everyone? Though Quick Thinks would have us believe otherwise, the future from here onward, that is still to be written, and I'll be damned if we won't be the ones to write it. Alright. Where's the cat now?
Future Book is gone, but no matter. All knowings of true times are safe up here in Quick Things' brain case. Quick Things is chosen one, mender of history. Truth is unchanging. True Times chose Quick Things to do their bidding. True Times sends Shanoa into past, deliver to Quick Things knowings of future. True Times live inside, guiding all of Quick Things' doing. Even tongue flaps, every busy deal, every brain spark of Quick Things brings world closer and closer to perfection, guides Illuminati to rightful place as rulers of New World Order. True Times will not be unmade by ignorant uplanders. Quick Things needs no future book, no gobby girl. Quick Things needs nothing, and no one but own self. Future has chosen. Future chooses. Quick thinks. Yes, even now. Power granted by True Time's wells from Quick Thinks. Fingertips. Power beyond understanding of Uplander's feeble brain cases. Alexander, Overwatcher of True Times, deliverer of divine judgment on ignorant Uplanders, and crush them out of existence for all times.
Time for the battle. Dr. Biggs. Let me see if I've got this right. 3 years ago, the Quick Thinks back then found the journal that the back rocks now dropped, which was only possible because we traveled into the past, within time being a circle and all that. So he had to look inside, and not knowing the truth of the matter, got it into his head that he was some sort of prophet chosen to see history straight, and that Shinoa, who miraculously delivered the book to him, was a messenger from the future sent to show him the way. That's all well and good, but the question remains, why did that bloody cat start all this in the first place? What could she possibly stand to gain from setting in motion this ridiculous, convoluted series of events? Another answer found, another question raised, eh, Zowo? Alright, Zowo, this is it. We still don't know exactly how we're going to disable the core, but we do know that our only chance is to get back to the central control room. We also know that there is only one way in, and that Quick Thinks isn't going to let us through without a fight. Now we can be pretty sure he can't see the future, not anymore at least. And without Round Rocks to read the codex for him, he won't be turning back time on us either. But he's still a power-mad maniac, with some of the deadliest machina in the realm at his disposal. After losing that book of his, I'd wager his trigger finger feels pretty bleeding itchy. Aye, we'd best be ready for a battle and a half. Muscle and metal, man against machine. Gods, I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or soil myself. Mayhap all three. Ah, here comes the chief now. It's time to move out. Alright, let's do this.
Tick tock, tick tock. Time moves on. Imperfect past, giving way to perfect future. Worthy or unworthy, a place in a new world order. Alexander will judge. Yes, all is as Quick Thinks foresees. Truth hammer of Alexander falls on Uplanders. Ignorant and unworthy are not welcome. In Illuminati future, here Uplanders meet their end times. What? Freeze time field activated. No matter. Uplanders will be reduced to smolder dust. Fire!
Pew! Missed. Missed me, missed me. Seven hells. Now that was a bit too close for comfort. Is everyone alright? A colossus inside the colossus. Look, I don't know how... I don't know what the thing was, but I'm pretty damn sure. I know where it went, or more accurately, when. If I'm not mistaken, we're looking at a localized distortion of time. The only question is when our metal friend will reappear. Better not to wait, lest it catch us unawares. Zowo, I need you to head into the distortion and dismantle that thing. We'll secure a path to central control while you do. Good luck. Soul of the Creator now accessible. Alrighty then. Alright. While that's going, while we're waiting for that to load. Oh, it's fake. Okay. I should probably look around and see if I can get some more fates done, but it's whatever. Oh wait, machinist. We'll grab everything as a machinist, and we'll turn in what we can. I really wish that they would change how these ones worked, but I also understand why they won't. So. Why does this take so long to charge up? There we go. Bum bum, bada bum bum ba bum, bada bum bum ba bum ba 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 do 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 do. All right. So the question is, so this is gonna take 4 days. I miscalculated the time before, but yeah, this is gonna take 4 days in total. So, hopefully by the time that we do another Zowo's journey, that will be done. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Alright, let's do this one next, because this one's also a Drake one. I'm gonna make these invisible as we go through. Alright. Alright. Oh, jeez. Okay. Dragoon. It's a good thing that we don't that we can still change our class on these ones. There we go. All right, let's finish Alexander's story. Hey, I didn't realize that you were here. Hi. Oh, frick. I don't think people understand how to do this thing. Oh! So we're responsible for that. Okay. Why is the healer in here? What the frick? Oh, no one was taking care of this one. That sucks. Okay. Yeah, I don't think people necessarily know what's going on. So that's part of it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I think we only got 3 people into the thing, so that could have gone way worse. Way worse, possibly. But there we go. Alexander complete. Ooh, minion. Here, you can have my command. Ah, I didn't get the minion. Wait, actually, what do I need? Yeah, I'll just greet everything. It's fine. I guess I get everything. Alright, cool. We did it. No minion, but that's fine. I'll get it eventually. Time to leave. And finish the Alexander story. We did it! Or I did it. You've done, you do not disappoint, old friend. The path of, to the control room was clear. Everyone, follow me. The flow of ether, to the core must be stopped. Pray lend us your strength once more, child. One more time, child. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
When Quick Thinks winds back time, doings of Uplanders will be undone, history will be rewritten, and Illuminati will rule over New World Order.
Ha! If you think you can take round rocks from us, you're welcome to try.
Foolish Uplanders, knowings of the Enigma Codex are not known to just one.
What in the damn thing's responding to him?
Uplanders are slow seeing. Quick Things never needed Gobby Girl from beginning.
When the final core is activated and Alexander fully awakens, its power will be such that it could entirely consume any who sought to control it. You were too craven to risk your own life until you had no choice.
Treasure Hunter? But Treasure Hunter is too slow coming. Future has chosen.
You poor deluded fool. You never did work it out, did you? The future doesn't choose us. We choose the future. Good job, Mide. Now, child. So the so the knowledge in the Enigma Codex allowed you to disable the core. Power stores are depleting rapidly. Without a steady supply of ether, it's only a matter of time before the whole thing grinds to a halt and fades away.
Roundrocks is glad to see the treasure hunter safe, but now is treasure hunter sneaky hiding from Illuminati.
But how is... yeah. I don't know. There was a great shaking, and I was thrown from my feet into some dark, cramped place. I must have lost consciousness because I don't remember anything until a few moments ago. Huh, sounds to me like you had a nice nap in a rubbish chute, but what matters is that you're safe. And with that, I think we can declare this operation a success. Do we need to leave? Is that what's going on? Where's the thing? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. What was that? Oh, that's that thing. Okay. Escape the... okay, yeah. Where's the exit? There's the exit. We could talk to people, but it's fine. We're not going to worry about that. Twould seem my work here is done. Let us take our leave. Oh no! Damn it all, didn't we kill that bastard?
Negative. Quick thinks. Better built own body. Made stronger than ordinary gobby. Quick thinks is not unmade by simple flesh wound.
Better built. 7 to health. It's not a mask, it's his face. He's more machina than goblin.
Uh-oh. Oh, Alexander, Lord of Steel and Whirly Cog, outspread wings of time, let ignorant and unworthy feel divine judgment.
The Codex responds. He means to return to the past.
Access denied? What means this?
The red glow. Alexander is refusing to obey his commands.
Alexander, junk brain machine. Quick Thinks is chosen one. Tongue flaps of Quick Thinks must be obeyed.
It would seem Alexander has achieved what a simple flesh wound could not. Quick Think's permanent deactivation. Quite how and why is less clear. If I didn't know better, I would say the machine had a mind of its own. Because it does, kinda, sorta. Diane? My love? Could it truly be you? You were in there all this time, weren't you? Watching over me, keeping me safe. Did it just blink? Twice? Bugger me, the machine's actually talking to her. So his soul really was a primal all this time. Chief, is that even possible? Yeah. Honestly, there's so much that's possible, it's insanity. The core, without the codex to bridge the power, it rages out of control. It drinks in ether like no primal I've ever known. We must stop it now, lest Eorzea is bled dry. Finally, I see. This is why you summoned me to this place, isn't it, my love? Mayday. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I thank you for guiding me here, Zowo and Round Rocks. I know I shall always treasure the time we shared. Farewell, my friends.
Mide, no! Mide must not!
Mide! My friends, leave this place. Leave now. Fear not, Alexander will trouble you no longer. My love, what is this place? How best to put it? We stand inside the mathematical simulation, calculated and projected by the device at the heart of the Colossus. One might equally say it is the dream that Alexander dreams. And what of our companions? Are they? Their fate was not mine to change. Mayday, all that came to pass did so for a reason. History is as it was, as it should be, free of the paradoxes that spelled its undoing. From this place unfettered by the mortal construct of time, Alexander looks out upon the past, present, and future, seeing infinite possibilities. I see what it sees and feels what it feels. This perfect machine born from the yearnings for an ideal world. Oh, if you could see the world we have seen, a world in which the Illuminati rule history with an iron fist, every nation brought under their yoke. A world in which Alexander spread wide the wings of time and swept the lesser moon from the heavens, averting the calamity. Alexander dreamed of the realities imaginable, all the realities mathematically computable, and in the end reached a single logical conclusion. It would change nothing, and erase itself from existence. But why? Alexander possesses the power to travel through time and space and reshape history for the better. But such power comes at a great cost. The sheer quantity of ether consumed in the process means Alexander itself would mayhap, not immediately, but inevitably bring ruin to this world. This perfect machine, with the supreme manifestation of logic and science, deemed its own existence a threat. And so it chose to do nothing, to leave history untouched, and to the future in the hands of man, and with all his imperfections, such was Alexander's divine judgment. A time will come when the fate of this world is placed in the hands of one warrior. For reasons hidden to me, the future from that day forth remains shrouded in mystery, beyond even the Colossus' ability to calculate. And yet Alexander chooses to believe that in that woman, in the light within her. I wonder what that could mean. Multiple things, actually. I met that woman, my love, but I believe in her too. There was a single time Alexander was spurred to action, not to change history, but to preserve it. The summoning of the Colossus and the events that followed had potentially disastrous consequences for our reality. Its fabric strained to accommodate an infinite number of potential futures separated by nary a thread. Were the wings of time to fall into the hands of the Illuminati, the repercussions would be dire indeed. History would be rewritten over and over again, each time bleeding the land of ether, and in the end the Colossus would usher in another calamity. To prevent this tragedy, to preserve the circle of time as it had already been set in motion, Alexander set forth a humble servant to do its bidding. A clockwork curl, an eternal child, to gently nudge history back onto its proper path. And now, but one task remains. Having become one with the horn and the core, is well nigh indestructible. It would only regrow itself until it bled the world dry, so we must heed Alexander's wish and seal it away far from the reach of man. A closed pocket of space-time, a fraction of an instant that will repeat perpetually for all eternity. That is where the core must go, and with us with it. Don't you see, my love? We are already there. In coming here to you, I have closed the circle of time. I am but certain of it. When I accepted the horn all those years ago, the man who gave it to me said that it had the power to grant any wish, and so as I took it in hand, I prayed and prayed that every ounce of my will for the one true desire in my heart, to be with you forever. All right. Roundrocks is back in Isleshire with the chief. Everyone's safe and sound, except for Meade, that is. Poor lass always has a flair for the dramatic, but to think she threw herself into that core. It's odd, though. I could have sworn I heard her voice in there, saying the Colossus would trouble us no more, or something of the sort. And for what it's worth, it has been sleeping like a baby ever since we got out. And it's not, and that's not the half of it. Take a closer look inside the barrier. It looks like time is standing still. Buggered if I know what it all means. But I'd like to believe Mide and her love somehow sealed away the core for us. Softens the blow a bit, don't you think? No. Alright, let's finish this. Phew. I'm still not sure how we managed it, but I am just happy to be out of the God's forsaken place in one piece. Of course, it's a damn shame what happened to Me-Day. Hold on a moment, Zowo. What, she what? Aye, Chief. Leave it to us. Bloody hells. Zowo, Round Rock's gone missing. I've been worried sick about the poor lass ever since we got back. I mean, how would you feel if you saw your best friend throw herself into a running machine engine? I'll wager she's run off somewhere to look, somewhere. Yeah, the two of them used to frequent together. Wedge and I will have a look around here. Why don't you search the collector's quarters? Come on, let's find her before she gets herself into any more trouble. Having fun there. Let's finish this off.
Oh, it is Uplander. Why does Uplander come to this place? Roundrox is sorry for worrying Uplanders. Roundrox just wants to go to a quiet place and do some back thinking. Running out of giant whirly cogs, Roundrox feels something rattling in pocket. As Roundrox reaches in and cannot believe what she finds. Rattling thing is glowstone, Roundrox's favorite treasure. It is dark, even with the many tryings. Glowstone does not glow for Roundrox, not anymore.
There you are, child. We were worried sick about you. What's that? So, is aught amiss? The Codex no longer responds to her touch. Intriguing, if not entirely surprising. Were I to guess, I would hazard that it is because this experience has served to open her eyes. The Enigma Codex was born from one man's all-consuming pursuit of perfection. Its knowledge sealed off from any who would harbor a sliver of doubt as to the merits of the ideals it espoused. Quick thinks, Me-Day in her youth, Roundrox. Though their reason might differ, arrogance, youthful idealism, child innocence, none of them thought to question the words within. And so the Codex opened itself to them. But now Roundrox has seen with her own eyes what blind devotion to ideals can bring. And she is not the naive child she was before. Aye, it is all well and good to dream of building something perfect, but sooner or later you have to stop dreaming and start doing, hammering it together by your own hand, with your own blood, sweat, and tears. In so doing, you are forced to confront your own failings and deal with your frustration. And at the world's unfortunate habit of falling below expectations, hells, there may come a time when you just want to tear the whole bloody thing apart and start again. But more often than not, you emerge from it all with something you can hold on to and carry with you into the future, and that will do a damn sight more for you than any starry-eyed ideal.
Roundrox understands. Roundrox will collect more and more junk. Build city of great treasures with own hands. Roundrox has just one wish. Not glowing glowstone is piece of Me-Day's dream. Roundrox would give back to Me-Day.
A noble wish, child. Would that we could grant it. But I fear the steel giant is all that lies within the barrier. It is far beyond the reach of mortal hands. frozen in a single moment until the end of time. That's the fate I will not wish on anyone.
Meow.
Well, look who it is. You have a real knack for turning up underfoot, don't you? I'm reminded of the apparent ease with which this little coral seemed to slip in and out of the Colossus. Were it not for the small matter of time having stopped in there, I'd send her in with Round Rock's glowstone without a moment's hesitation.
Meow, meow.
To muse, might that suggest a willingness to try?
Meow, meow.
Giving a stone to a cat, in hopes of delivering it to two souls trapped in time. Now I think we've seen everything. Do you think those two will ever be free of that place? Mayhap one day, when the perfect future they sought to bring about becomes reality, in that sense, one might even say their fate is in our hands. That would be interesting if after maybe after we save the world a certain time, we get Mide and I'm forgetting, I can't remember his name. We'll get them back.
Leave to Round Rocks. Round Rocks works hard, building sparkly, shiny future for Meaty.
As shall we, child. And with that, Zowo, we must take our leave. For all you have done to stave off yet another primal threat, you have our gratitude. I contacted Biggs and Wedge to let them know that they can call off the search. Needless to say, they were relieved to hear that Round Rocks is safe. There was also a matter they were looking to discuss with you. They said they'd be waiting for you back at the short stop. If you will be returning to the short stop, I would ask a small favor of you as well. Pray deliver this volume to Backrix and tell him I believe it is that which he seeks. Till next we meet, Zowo. Floating off the edge there, are we?
Wee! Ah!
Alright, let's finish this.
Now that Round Rock's safe at shortstop and Backrix is easy breathing, Uplanders have thanks of Backrix. Uplander bring present for Backrix?
This is the Charlian
Legend book from Y'shtola. Backrix has waited for the legend book for a long time. Backrix has been reading about many things. About Enigma Codex and blue-haired Uplander that writes it. Maybe these knowings will save Gobby folk from Giant of Whirlycog, thinks Backrix. Now Giant of Whirlycog sleeps and Gobby flock is safe. But still Backrix will fill Braincase with knowings, fill pages of Watcher book with data. Let Backrix see. Yes. It is just as Backrix. Are Backrix eyes playing tricks on him?
Boy, are you feeling all right there? You look as if like you've seen a ghost.
Pages tell a fairy legend of Hotogo tribe, Uplanders of blue hair. Many years ago, in old times, two children, boy and girl, outstep from belly of great steel giant. Two children grow to man and woman, becoming father and mother to great people of Hotogo. Names are two, Dana and Mide. Look at handwriting. Even faces are same looking.
Ye cats! If that's our Mide and Diane, why, that means that one day they'll be freed from their fate and reborn far, far in the past. So after searching for near an eternity, they finally found their perfect world they were searching for. It may be just a fairy tale, but I for one would like to believe it. As fairy legend goes on, two children step out of steel a giant holding small stone. Stone is dark when sitting on ground, but holds stone in hand and shiny lights.
Glowstone of Round Rocks?
Let me see if I have this straight. The codex fragment you gave to that coral a few moments ago now features in a legend from ages past. That can't be possible, can it? At this point, I'm ready to believe bleeding anything. But that reminds me. There was something I wanted to ask you, Zowo. Remember when we went into the core and almost got our arses fried by the Colossus inside the Colossus? Well, I felt a strange sensation then, and a feeling that chilled me to the bone. As if something terrible had happened, that I couldn't for the life of me remember. I felt it too. So tell us, did you see anything when you were going in and out of time? Do you have any idea what happened while QuickThinks was spinning the hands on the clock? I'm afraid I do. You're afraid you do? That's not ominous in the least. On second thought, how about you don't tell us? Thank you very much. Oh, you'll get new arguments from me. There's some secrets better left secret from the look on Zowo's face. I reckon this is one of them. I could have failed and we could have all died. Anyway, it seems this long and thoroughly mind-boggling battle of ours has finally come to an end. Of course, there's still plenty of work to be done. But now that QuickThinks is out of the picture, I've got high hopes that Round Rocks and her friends will one day build their shining kingdom of rubbish and refuse. Speaking of work, we'd better get back to it before the chief catches us chattering. Always a pleasure, Zowo. Till next time. So, yeah, I'm kind of wondering if, even though we know what happens to them and that they go to the past and all that jazz, part of me wonders if we'll see them briefly in at the end of some major quest line. Like, you'll have to have finished this before you can do that, but still. There we go! All the orchestrons. And that is Alexander done. Woo! You know what we... okay. I'm going to invite you to the party for a sec. You know what might be a good idea is if we, because of the fact that you need to do, that I need to do, a few extremes, in order to unlock the other trials. Would you want to join me for those? Oh, and I'll also quickly grab this. Well met, friend. Might you perchance be able to shed some light on the most remarkable rumor that has reached mine ears? That of a time-straddling hero who did rescue Gobbyfolk of Idleshire from a future most dire. Ah, but the 12 smile upon me today. 'Tis a stirring tale indeed, and one made more affecting by the unabandoned manner in which you tell it. A struggle for the future so grand as to span the bounds of time and space. Would that I had been there to witness it with mine own eyes. I must say, mine interest was especially piqued by the part about turning back time. If I understand correctly, you had triumphed over the giant only for the goblins to reverse the flow of time, thereby compelling you to do battle over and over again. The primal's power would have grown to nigh infinite proportions. While we must all thank the 12 that you and your companions were able to break the vicious cycle, as performer, I must confess to some curiosity over how the final battle with such a foe might unfold. Not that I want for inspiration, of course. Your tale is more than sufficient. Why, even now my muse stirs within me. Hearken unto her song. In the breast of the giant a crystal did stand, whose hunger for ether spelled death for the land. And thus did our hero swear never to cease, till she'd torn at the heart of the great metal beast. Yet for all her labors, both bruising and brave, the goblin stood poised, make to history their slave. The giant, however, had plans of its own, and plucked from the goblin's dream of a home. For it saw but one way to set history right, a champion of ages, a hero of light. So the giant now sleeps as it did once before, in the moment repeated forever and more. You will forgive me if I took certain liberties in my retelling of your tale. My audiences are a demanding lot, and they have come to expect a certain grandeur from my work. Mine only regret is that I was not able to weave every remarkable detail of the most improbable adventure of yours into my humble composition. Of particular interest to me was the recurring theme of desire and dreams, and the power that may come to hold. Though I possess no ancient relics to grant form to one's wishes, might it not be said that music has a similar power, albeit more intangible senses? Should your travels chance to take you back to the scene of your triumph, pray reflect on the adventures of my song in your heart, and you may be yet surprised what you see. And there we go. Okay. So I'll need to complete that so that we can get that done. But that's fine. So yeah. So these two trials need to be done in order to unlock the Warring Triad. So that's what I was kind of saying. Do you want to join me for that? And do that really quick, and then we can deal with the, and then we'll do, and then I'll do Alliance Raid. As you prepare yourself for battle, so too does Ravana. Within Thaka's Thak he builds his strength, feeding upon the prayers of his innumerable children. But those same children will not suffer you to live, should you surrender yourself to them a second time. Nay, you must devise a new way to approach the Lord of the Highest Domain. Consult with the storyteller of the Elder Vath, and he will aid in this endeavor. Take this bauble, 'tis known among the Nath as the Burning Eye of Ravanya. When the time comes, you'll know what to do. If we are to prevent the awakening of the Warring Triad, then Bismarck must be cast down once more. I'm aware of the rather unorthodox method you employed to lure out and slay the White Whale before, and had a mind to follow established precedent. That said, islands are not so easy to come by. I should hope it is not necessary, but you may well show this gemstone to Chief Sonu, and he will know of the Weeping Eye of Monokamai. No, and will ensure. Okay, yeah. Oh, and before you ask, I have already informed Master Garland of our plans. He is currently en route to the blue window. Okay. All right. Start with that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Alright, let's get this taken care of because this is just unlocking. It's not requiring us to do them. Bam, 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 bam. Alright. Alright, there's that. That is one thing that I do think is much better about the later ones, is that it's basically, you're not even completing it, you're just accepting the quest, and then as you accept it, it completes it. So, instead of you having to come through and talk to these people. Alright. Let's do this one first, because this one's right there. The Trundamond returns, and with it the white. So too comes the great Nethering warrior. Like double rainbows in the mist, the Sonu knows not what to make of this. An eye of the hand of the Netherling? Storm clouds of the Vundu are no match for the eye's might. Smash it against the aetherite in the whale's crown, and he will be vulnerable once more. Bind him with the chains of steel and drive him from the clouds of sea. Return Zephyr winds to the sunlight of our land. Okay. Speak with Sid. Speak with Sid? Mm-hmm. Alright. There you are, Zowo. The Enterprise Excelsior is ready to depart whenever you are. Say again, Chief Sonu wants you to smash some gemstone against the aetherite to dispel the barrier of storm clouds? I don't even know where to start, say to begin. Bah, hell's with it. Maybe it will bring good luck. I'll rendezvous with you there. I don't know. The fact that the extreme trials and stuff are way easier to... you don't have to do, like, all this backtracking and stuff. And also, they're not required at all for anything. So, I don't know. Bum, bum, bum. Do 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 do. All right. And there we go. All right, Limitless Blue Extreme time. Oh, whoops. Withdraw. Forgot to do the thing. Limitless Blue Extreme. Here we go. Should be fairly easy, right? Will I probably die? Probably. Possibly. We'll see. As long as I avoid attacks, we should be fine. Let's do this. Here comes the attack. Bang! The other one's the easy one, so that's why we're... Okay. Nice. Oh, yay. Okay. Cool. I'll go to that one once it's time. All right. Where are the bubbles? Where are the bubbles? Oh, you've given me massive amounts of shield, of over-shield, holy shit. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much you could give me. I'll just get on my phone. It's fine. Jeez Louise, how much overshield does that give me? Okay. Should be one more. Yeah, blow us off. Yay! Nice and simple. Yay! Let's see if I get the Lanner. That'd be funny. That. What did I get? Okay. The Expanse Codex and a weapon coffer. Okay. And then also the roll, but that's fine. Alright. So that's one down. We just need to go back to you. If it's gonna send us back to frickin' whatchamajiggle, then I'm gonna. But no Lanner, unfortunately.
Storm clouds give way to sunlight. Hope returns to Zundu, and clarity to the vision of Sonu. Sonu sees Netherlings for who she truly is. Netherling is bearer foretold. Once long ago, the midst of a great battle with a tribe from Nethers, a horrid, wicked demon comes to feast on the bodies of the fallen. Gamani, we name him. Monokamani, we decry him. For generations he hunts the Vanu Vanu. But this day we say no more. Greatest of our heroes climbs atop the beast's back, and with blades black as midnight, she rips his eyes from his head and casts them into the cloud sea. In honor of great need, eyes return to Vanu. Look to their bearer for salvation. So she declares, so it comes to pass. And now Netherling's deeds we remember forevermore.
Yay! Yeah, that's gonna send us back to the Rising Stones. Alright. No. We'll go to this one. They're both the same distance. And the next one's even easier. Especially if you're gonna be a Picto. Alright. Vath Storyteller.
Ah, hunter friend, welcome. You come hunting good gods once more? The non-mind is glad of your thirst for divine blood. Even more rapturous do the one mind grow as they seek offerings to glout our deity's insatiable appetite. Another path to our god's domain. Yes, there is but one way. You must seek out the Jahai on the far side of the colony and attune your spirit to the aetherite and close with it. Yeah.
Go go face off against him again. Bum bum bada bum 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 bada bum bum bum. Don't I also need to... Yeah, I also need to face off against these two. Okay. Alright. Thought Extreme. The easy one. Like, what is this gonna be? Like, one hit and you're gonna kill it? This thing is insanely weak. Comparatively. Because Limitless Blue, you can still die, obviously. Honestly, this one's probably doable as like a solo thing. Solo with like maybe like if you get like a good a blue mage could probably solo this at level. Oh, he's not dead right away. I thought he was dead right away. There it is. Da 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 da.
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Out of curiosity, do I have the supplies for this? Oh, I don't have Master Alchemist 3 yet. That's the problem. Okay. Alright. Back to the storyteller. What do I currently have on? Oh, it's that thing. Okay. That's another question. What do you have currently? Oh, that's a 255? Really? Wow. That's 235. Dang. Didn't realize that these things were that weak. Before we were cast out, a memory of burning eye of Ravana. The overmind has recollections of legends of hundreds of generations old. We remember tales of our god as he once was, an all-devouring beast whose eyes torn for him by an invading tribe. The Nath have sought to recover the lost relic for centuries, that it might be rejoined with Ravana, reborn. But even were it found, it is said that only the most worthy of warriors can bear its searing touch. I now understand that the seal granted you the passage. But tell us, Great Hunter, how came you to be the eye? Youngling named your deeds has returned many memories to the surface of our mind, but that name is not among them. To gift you with such a prize, he too must have thought you worthy. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna switch to Dancer for a sec, and then let's really quick just take care of these since we're here. Why not? Naval Extreme. Bop it up. I'm surprised that he didn't just die right away. Nice. Oh, sweet. You just gave me the nightmare whistle.
The Titan displayed a most satisfying degree of destructive power. The intensifying effects of the ritual folk key are undeniable. Powerful though this incarnation was, the primal's eventual defeat was not unexpected. The burgeoning of strength shown by the Bringer of Light, however, has grown beyond reckoning. Such a demonstration of force serves us still. It invites ever greater retaliation. Yes, as the light burns brighter, so too are the shadows steep deeper in darkness.
Alright, which one was that? That was the... There we go. That's the one we were looking for. Okay. So then that just needs to be... That's at Maelstrom. Okay. Apparently I also need Ramu and Shiva. So... I think it's weird that you have to actually complete things. For these... I think, like... Hole Eater was like the only one that we didn't have to do. For story stuff, I think. Or did we might have done that actually before, so that might be what's going on. Frickin' Ramu. How did he killed me instantly? That's just fun. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Down. Yeah, honestly, I'd be willing to just wait until I've actually finished all of these. or I'm high enough level that I can solo these myself. But at the same time, it's like, if we can get them done, we can get them done. You're so close to 2K. Yes, everyone go subscribe to Latios because he's awesome. The dangerous ground, big fate. Big heals for Joe. Ground, big, dangerous ground, big fate. I don't remember that. Oh, which one that was. See, yeah, Whole Eater Extreme didn't require us to actually do it. I think it's the only one that was. Ah, cool. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and click withdraw. It's, yeah. While you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of some things. Okay. Let me think here. So, not. Let's go to the quests. But yeah, I don't understand why it didn't. Okay. Oh, you're good? Okay, cool. What the? Why is it? I've never seen a delay on that. What? Are we disconnecting? What's going on? That was weird. Oh, was that? Oh, was it because of the? Okay. Because you need to. Did you get punished for withdrawing? Is that what happened there? That's just straight up bullshit, honestly. Well, no, I had like a random thing that was just like where it delayed us. It didn't even let it the queue proc. So I don't know why it was doing that. Yeah, that's what I don't know. That's what I thought it was, but I don't know why it delayed it for a bit there. It just started playing the friggin' song. That is hilarious. All right, what? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. But that was funny, the way that the music, it was just like, wait, what? I don't know what you're doing. No! Don't do that. Alright. So that's that. Right. Okay. Report to... Oh, that's in... Okay. I'm just making sure that I don't have other ones that need to be taken care of. But that takes care of that. Chloe really hates me with this one. Holy crap. I'm second chance. I'm shuffling this. That could be a one. So that's for sure a line. I'm gonna keep it at that then. Let me think here. So wait, if I don't know. I don't know why it's why I don't have a quest for Hole Eater. I thought I did, but despite the fact that I've never done it, but yeah. All right. Korthus, Camp Dragonhead. Because Dromon is up here. Okay. Oh, he's over here. I'm wrong. I'm misremembering where people are. Oh, wow. I did not realize I was that close to another... I was that high on the tombstones. Well, to be fair, extremes give a shit ton. Like, how much do they give? Well, they give 20 each. So it's not like a shit ton, but it is quite a bit. Alright, so that's done. Okay. In that case, we will go here. Turn in the stuff at Vesper Bay. And then we'll turn in the stuff at Mordona. Actually. I guess I still need to unlock Ifrit Extreme. But I'm not super concerned with unlocking that, so I'm just gonna worry about it later. I'll accept the quest, but I'm not gonna... you can turn these in. Cool. Cool. And then accept the Ifrit one, which I will need to talk to someone there, but that's fine. Switch back to Dragoon, head to the Rising Stones, we turn these two in, and then we can unlock the Warring Triad. I do think it's really weird when it comes to the Warring Triad, because you have to have completed the extremes for the other things before you can do that, and it's like, bruh, why? Legitimately, why? Like, the Warring Triad are not that hard, and so, I don't know. It's weird. Are they... can they be annoying? Yes. But their standard modes are, like, fairly simple. Alright. You needn't say a word. The etheric readings left no doubt. The Lord of the Mist is no more. For the moment, for the time being, at least. After all, such beings have a rather troublesome tendency to return. Let us turn our attention to the Lord of the Hive, who is... I already completed that one, too. Oh, you did both. Okay. Unless the Lord of the Hive... yeah. Unless the essence of Ravana join the Lord of the Mists in the return unto the land. You have my gratitude, warrior of light. Without your valiant efforts, these primal terrors would have invited devastation on a cataclysmic scale. For unlike the others of their ilk, Bismarck and Ravana both harbor desire for power to reach Azazla. And with this dreadful certainty that I sensed in their intent to feed on the strength of the Warring Triad, and thereby amplifying their own power by an order of magnitude. But what wisdom do I claim such certainty? I am gifted with, how shall I put this, an intimate knowledge of the primal mind. You are curious, I am sure, but you need not understand the nature of power you do not to use it, do you? It is much the same with the Echo, I imagine. The realm of Eorzea, ever has it been a land embraced by the gods. For weal or for woe, I should wonder. For the time being, I shall remain here in the Rising Stones and assist Urianger with his research into the icons. If you should require aught further of me, simply ask. Alright. Wait. Don't you need to give me the quest for the Warring Triad? What? The fuck? Can I do the... please? Where's the Warring Triad quest? Am I dumb? Is it in Foundation? I thought you had to do that and then you could deal with the Warring Triad. Is there another blue quest up here? Or do I need to go talk to Urianger again? Do I need to talk to Urianger again? It's the wrong place. That's that and that. Okay. Let's just take care of this really quick. If we defeat Ifrit, it should make things easier on me to because that's another reason that I'll need to return to the Waking Sands. So if I do need to talk to him, then that's a good option. All right. You. Oh, ay. Yeah, and I'll come back and do these later. It's fine. that can happen off stream if the need happens. Alright. Bull of Embers Extreme. Alright. I think it's funny because, like, the naval is the hardest of these three. I would say. Oh. Maybe it's harder when you're synced, but maybe the different ones are harder when you're synced, but I don't know. Start as we end. Ah! There we go. Ifrit was reborn with the strength of 1,000 raging infernos, and yet you vanquished him. I can offer you naught but praise, bringer of light. Ever prepared for confrontation, good. Those instincts serve us well. Us as well as they serve you. What meaning hides within these constant pursuits of ever greater strength? Have you paused to dwell on its significance? However you might choose to justify your actions, it seems you have tested the very limits of these three primal avatars. Again, such furious response. Did we not make ourselves clear? And amusing as such might prove, we do not come to trade blows with you. This meeting is at an end. We must thank you for a most enlightening display. Asians, we have learned much. The destiny we seek draws it closer, ever closer. How much longer can you stem the tide of darkness, bringer of light? How will you fare against the next god to reawaken? I kind of figured, but it was just kind of funny. I don't know. All right. All right. Here you go. All right. Back to the Waking Sands. You know what? I'm going to open all of these. And then once I'm done here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. Alright. Into the Waking Sands. I could have sworn, though, that the war... I don't remember how to unlock the Warring Triad, then, if it doesn't unlock. Maybe I have to do some more stuff in the thing, or I don't know. Alright. Cool. And there we go. Beast Tribe's officially done. Oh, wait. Is this... Oh, okay. It's just stuff with Mordona. Okay, that's fine. I'll take care of that really quick. But I don't know... Let me look it up, because this is going to drive me crazy if I can't freaking figure this out. Okay. Pouring Triad. Here we go. Okay, how do we unlock that? When the bow wakes. As goes light, so goes darkness. Wait, what? I'm confused. So I did that. I'm confused. Because what am I currently on? I am on an uncertain future. So that's that one. Oh wait, no, that's 3.2. Oh. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's the problem. So, we have to... Okay, I misread it. I thought that it was saying, like, hey, you have to go deal with this thing. In actuality, you have to, you have to complete the MSQ. You have to get, complete the MSQ to a certain point before the trials unlock. So, I don't even think you need to deal with the things. So those extremes weren't even necessary. But thank you for helping me get them done. It was very helpful. So, yeah. All right. Okay. And then yeah, you can turn those in, and then I believe, what is it? Primal gear? No. Arena's token exchange. Yeah, you can trade these in for various different weapons, which they look kind of cool. I might get one of those, but we'll see. Wait, what level are those compared to the Ironworks stuff? Arena's token exchange. So these are. Wait, these are only item level 90? Ironworks is 130. Yeah, what the frick? That's insanity. Okay. Alright. That takes care of that. Okay. Cool. Where are we going now? Okay. Back to Ishgard. Yeah. Ishgard is probably the one we want. Oh. Okay. Let's take care of that then. Nice. Thank you. Alright. So while that's going, I think I am going to go back to Foundation. And get the thing started. Where is it? So we go up to the pillars, over to here. Let's do Sky Pirates! And I think, yeah, we'll finish off with Hildebrand for the side quests, I think. Ah, you have the look of a lass who's have seen her fair share of trouble. Mayhap you'd be willing to help me with mine. I need a capable sword to head into the Sea of Clouds and track down my missing airship. I had to mortgage my soul to get that vessel built, so winning the contract to ferry supplies out to Cloudtop was a real weight off my mind. But it seems my luck ended there. My ship was due back in Ishgard bells ago, and I've been praying for a glimpse of her sails ever since. I can't help fearing the worst. What if she's run afoul of sky pirates? My creditors will have their pawns of flesh. You think me foolish to fear piracy so far above the waves? Well, let me tell you that that no honest merchant is safe now. That airship production has, if you will excuse the pun, taken off. Any scoundrel with a sack of coins and a vague sense of direction. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you for your help. It's been very much appreciated. Seriously, people go follow Latios. He's awesome. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Oh, yes. This new breed of buccaneers like to paint themselves as dashing explorers, braving the unknown, but in truth their nature is right there in the name, Sky Pirates. Given half a chance, they'll strip your ship of every last scrap of cargo and cry, "Ha ha ha!" as they launch you screaming over the rails. I've heard the stories. Please, you must make haste to Camp Cloudtop. That's where the shipment was bound, and inquire as to the fate of my poor ship. Oh, my poor helmsman. Ask Ronamir. He'll know if any man does. Okay. Back to Cloudtop. I can't speak. I don't know if we'll be able to get the Void Arc done. I really don't. Because there is a few things that need to happen. I don't know if, which one is first. I don't think it's this one. It's not that one. I don't think. Because I think that's the second one. A supply airship has gone missing, you say? Well, that would certainly explain why our provisions are so late in arriving. I did in fact spy a vessel charting an erratic course northward a short while ago, but as it seems declined to make port here, I paid it little mind. Not the most compelling piece of evidence, I grant you, but I have witnessed naught else of interest. I suggest you investigate the landmass to the north. Rest assured I'll send word if I spy any other sign of the errant supply ship. Sky pirates. They're actually helpful. They're actually a really big help. Oh my gosh, my spikes from my outfit are just poking through. Okay, so when it's close, it's fine. When it's not, then it's... yeah. Aid, aid! I see these villains mean to plunder my cargo! What have we got here? Think you some sort of hero, do you? Heck yeah, I am. Well, then you won't mind me if me mates here join you for the fun. Make for a more heroic tale, won't it? A tale of three pirates fed a meddling little shite her own bloody eyes. You're gonna regret that. Especially since the actual sky pirates are here to kick your ass. What the? Oh gods, I know that ship. It's... my best friend. I love these guys, they're great. So you're the scraps. What to be dragging our good name through the mud? Here, Red Bill Leofard, we ain't done naught to you or yours. What do you want with us? You done fucked up. I think I made me position pretty clear. You take on the mantle of Sky Pirate, you agree to a certain code of conduct. The codes ain't worth much if folks go around breaking 'em, and frankly, lads, you're making us look bad. And we can't have that. No hard feelings, though, eh? Oh, thank you, Mr. Leaford. Thank you. I'm certain my master will wish to repay you. If your employer does business with Nishgard, he's like to know a merchant or two. What trades with me associates, tell him to say it's for Leofard, and any rewards should reach me soon enough. As for you, adventurer, tain't often someone beats me to the scene, but then I'd expect not less from the hero such as yourself, Zowo. That is who you are, ain't it? I don't know too many other lasses with one of the marvelous manicutters the ironworks dreamed up. Well then, it seems you've saved me the trouble of tracking you down. I'd been hoping to have a word with you, you see. I'll put it in to you straight. I need someone to help out with a little venture I have in mind. Someone used to taking a few risks. Now, if this wouldn't be no black-hearted brigand work, so don't go worrying yourself on that account. Unlike them thieving curs just now,
I don't hold with robber and honest folk. For me, you see, the Sky Pirate's life is all about freedom. The freedom to go where you will, to find out which lies beyond the next cloud. If you're interested in joining us on an adventure worthy of the name, then look for me, standard, in the northern reaches of the Blue Window. Someone will be waiting there to greet you.
To the Sky Pirates! We love them. They're great. Alright. Now we're gonna be Sky Pirates. Alright. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember the order of these things. So, yeah. The worst case scenario, I will be running things again in a bit to, like, try and get some shit done after stream. But we'll see. We shall see what happens. That's just a regular griffin. Oh, lookout point.
That's far enough, stranger. If you value your life, you tell me true. Did you stumble across this marker by chance, or are you here by invitation?
Here by invitation.
Then then that would make you the hero the captain said to watch out for. Well met. My name is Stasia. Leofard would call me his right-hand woman, but I feel to more likely his bloody nursemaid, God's truth be told. Anyway, my thanks to you for coming here to hear him out. If you'd follow me, I'll take you to the Red Bill's nest.
I kind of wish that you could get their airship. Or their mana cutters, I should say. Like, that would be so cool. As like an alternate form, but it's whatever. Also, just straight up those big airships would be awesome as mounts. I understand why they might not want them, but because they're freaking massive. These things are massive. Are we able to move about now, or are we... No, we have to watch through the cutscene. I come to you in person. You still refuse my offer. Arrogant fool. On the subject of arrogance, Radlia, I bow to your superior knowledge, but that ain't all that bowing you get from me. As I've told you a dozen times, I ain't no one's lackey. But my dear Leofard, how else do you propose to survive the expedition into the ghost ship? I would fear for my life if not, with naught but your feeble crewmates at my back. Well, I'd fear for my life if your mangy crew were at my back, on account of them being murderous, untrusty, worthy bastards at all, man. Humph. I thought you cleverer than this, Red Bill. But no matter. I always get what I want in the end. 'Tis merely a question of the method. Now there's a face I've not seen before. You don't have the look of one of Leofard's little birds. She's a guest, you understand? The concept, don't you? You know when someone's invited, instead of just bursting through the door whenever she damn well pleases. That was Radlia, captain of the Talons. She knows Leofard's the best sky pirate alive, and the fact he won't join her sticks in her crew. Are you gonna let him talk to you like that, Captain? We should teach him Red Bills some respect. Patience. When all this is over, we should see who rules the skies. Oh, ho there, hero. I promised you a high adventure, and a high adventure you shall have. For we plan to board the Sea of Cloud's very own ghost ship. What folks have taken to call him one, anyway? Every day the past few weeks has brought with it new sights for the self-same vessel. A massive airship of queer design, adrift on the wind. Being a curious lot, there were a few buccaneers who tried exploring below decks, but not one of them has been seen since. So naturally, they're saying the ship's cursed, well, haunted. Like I said, an honest-to-God's ghost ship. My guess is she's another relic left behind by the Elegans, but we won't know for sure till we've had ourselves a good poke around inside and liberated whatever ancient treasures she's got mouldering away in her hold, of course. But before we start dividing up the spoils, we got to find the damn thing, which is why we've been working on a special new device. Bah, finding her will be the easy part. That we can't do without a few veterans explorers what ain't afraid of feeling herself a face first into the jaws of danger. Now, I know you're a gallant champion of the people and all, but strip away the fame and the glory, and I'll wager you're still an adventurer at heart. So what say you, Zowo? Fancy a plunge into the unknown at the side of the Red Bills? Then it's settled. Let's pay a visit to our crewmate Utata. She's been working on a way to track the vessel. I am so glad I did not go with Limsa, because doing this voice, well, granted, I probably wouldn't have done the voice for the entire thing, but, yeah. Yeah. Utata. Greetings, name's Utata. I suppose you'd call me the Red Bill's chief of engineering. Something's carpentry, magitech. It's all part of the airship. I can fix it. Just don't expect me to see me waving my cutlass and swinging over the rails. If there's this fighting to be done, well, that's what we've got to for. Okay. Well met, ladies and gentle pirates. Now that we appear to have our hero, I'm happy to report we've overcome the last obstacle of boarding the ghost ship. Meaning your project proceeding as planned. That it is, Captain. I knew this would be a perfect place to take readings, and scant amount of background ether make it easy to follow the derelict's trail. The ghost ship has what Utata tells us is a unique etheric signature. She's been building a device that can sniff out this particular spectral flavor and point us in the right direction. I call it the ectocompass.
It's allowed me to collect some solid data on the vessel's movements and plot a reliable intercept course. No groping blindly through the clouds, Russ. All the ships are loaded and ready to fly. Just say the word, Captain. Utata, you'd best stay here out of harm's way. Keep an eye on the etheric trails. Aye, aye, Captain. Grab an armload of treasure for me. Now we've got no way of knowing what's waiting for us on that cursed hulk. So, you'd best bring along a few mates what know you can trust. Don't hurt to be too careful, seeing as how you be going in first and all. I did tell you you'd be going in first, and hell you will. The rest of us will be guarding the rear, just in case Radla and her brood decide to stick their beaks in where they ain't wanted. Don't worry, she's not get past us, so you can concentrate on carving a path to the ship's belly. Honest to God's ghost ship. Ho ho ho! This is gonna be an adventure and a half. Oh, okay. Oh, it is Void Ark. So yeah, it is the Void Ark. I wasn't 100% certain if it was Void Ark or if it was something else. Right. We need to reset that back. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? But no, it's fine. Into the Void Ark. I want to see if I can go in here. Because it... Isn't this the... I thought that was the spot over here. I think that's always where you can enter. Right? Yeah, I don't see anything there. Frick. Am I wrong? Am I left? I thought you could go to their ship. Maybe you can't go to their ship yet. Because, yeah, there's nothing there. I thought you had to go here. Maybe you just aren't allowed to go into their ship until later? It's also kind of interesting to me because, so I don't know exactly when it happened, but there were a few mounts that were not able to fly for a while there. And part of it, like, so some mounts could fly, some mounts couldn't for a while there. One was the, so you could get the black chocobo was one of the mounts that you could get to. I don't think I can get into the Red Bill ship right now. Yeah, unfortunately not. Alright, while we're waiting for that then, we'll just go ahead and take care of this stuff here. But yeah, so a few mounts couldn't fly. I think the horses could always fly if you had the, obviously if you had the ability to. But like your regular chocobo, you had to do a side quest for that, and you can't. I don't think you can get the thing for it anymore. So Zowo can't get that, but Bahalbai had. So that's one thing. Oh, I am doing this on the wrong character. Whoops, or wrong class. That's fine. Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, so Zowo can't get. I don't think can get the special thing.
frick. Was it this one? Yeah. What the heck? Why did that not work? All right. So, yeah. Oh, that doing that voice was really hurting my throat. That's unfortunate. All right. So there's one more here, which is this one. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that voice is... The pirate voice is not great on my throat. Oh... Take care of the pug list first, and then we take care of the Ravager. Up we go, which I think some of this is... You know what, here. Let's just do this as Red Mage. to kill the Thermaturge. Okay. Oh, there's a Lancer. Alright, there's the Lancer's done. And then we just need one more Archer. Okay. And then we need a Thermaturge, but we don't want that one because that one's guarding a thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That takes care of those. So then we just need to use the Lizard Bane. And save the people. And we're done. Okay. Okay. There we go. Wait, there's a second one here? There is a second one here. Alright, there is the Sacred Ash. There we go. Cool. Make this one disappear for a sec. Alright. Okay. Wait, I'm confused. Ah, that's what it is. Cool. And the last one. And then we just have the lizard. We just have to follow the lizard. Or we just have to take care of the lizard stuff. Alright. So that will take care of that. Okay. Oh, I wish we could fly. You know what? Maybe what I will do, because we have 900 of those, is we will go ahead and get the mount speed upgrade on this one. And that way it will be just a wee bit easier. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That should that will help out with getting these quests done. I mean, it's weird because like mount speed isn't really required that much for a lot of things. But getting it, especially for the 5 zones, or the 4 zones. No, it's not even the 4 zones. It's just 3. Or is it just 2? I think it's just 2. I think it's just 2 zones that have mounts for these guys. It's so much more helpful because yeah, you can't fly with these, and it's kind of like old. Realm Reborn code where they because they messed up because there was some old nonsense with the old code, so they are working to clean up a bit of it, but that might be like one of those things that they just, because of the fact that it's old, the old spaghetti code, they don't want to mess with it too much. So, who knows? Because now, like, all of the ones that you get from completing each of the different beast tribes, those are all those can all fly now. But I think that's partially because they knew that people were going to want to ride flyable mount. They wanted to ride all of their mounts in the air. So, they've given animations to every single mount so that they can fly. Even if it doesn't really make that much sense. Come on, Void Arc. You need to finish up. There we go. Maybe we'll get up to 47, but I kind of doubt it. The thing is, when it comes to, I think what's going to happen from this point forward is, I am going to, come on, thank you. It really doesn't matter. Most of this materia is pretty useless at this point, so that's the other thing, is like, it's just extra money. Okay, so there's that. Alright, back to Ul'dah for a sec. Get rid of some junk. But yeah, let's see here. So, Ninja's gonna need gear. Healers are gonna need gear for the level 50 stuff. And then everyone else is pretty much getting ready for 60 stuff. So that takes care of those guys. Still have a few minutes before that's done. So let's send these guys off again. So that requires Master Alchemist 3. Master Alchemist 3. Master Alchemist 3. Yeah. So that yeah, Master Alchemist 2. I wish that the first two master or not master. Well, yeah, first two masters crafting things are so freaking annoying. Because the first one is not too bad because you can get you can purchase the material on the auction house. The second one is so annoying. Because you have to get... first, you have to get all the materials for the specific thing. And then you basically need to perfect craft them. Which, basically, I would suggest... If you are thinking of doing any master crafting stuff, wait until 80 for those two. Because it's just like... because once you get to 80, then you get the trained eye, and you're guaranteed to always get the perfect craft. So, let me think here. Let me think. There was something I wanted to do. Oh, we're just gonna go sell this junk. We'll keep the totems, I think. Actually, let's go to Mordona. Yeah, let's go to Mordona for a sec. Let's see what these things are actually useful, if anything is actually needed. Because the totems we might want to keep just in case. Because, all of the totems can be used to get their specific mounts. And I'm trying to remember if this is one of those... things. Is it Honeycane Knickknacks? No. Oh, wait. No. Is it you? Do you? No, you don't sell things until later. You don't sell things till later. Where do you get the horses? I don't remember where you get the horses. Oh, but also another thing, never purchase things from this guy. Or sorry, these. Yes, purchase those from that. Was it the vintage one? Yeah, these are the ones that you don't want to get. So if I, yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Yeah, search for item. As you can see, armoire. Basically this is an extra optional way to do to get these things, but honestly, you don't really need those because of the other method. So, is you purchase luxuries? That's the 50,000 things, or 50 mil things. Those are the bicolor gemstone things, and those are the okay. So those are those. How do you get the mounts? Are the horses just like really good drop rates, and they don't? So they don't need them, or what? Because I know the totem thing. I know that that for those you need to go to Idleshire and you can turn these in. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, those have master recipes and shit. So I don't know. Alright, so you're good. Let's... So this is the prototype stuff, right? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, for you. We can only have one of those. Okay. And there we go. Prototype Alexander set. Yay! Okay, so that's done. So casters are good to go once they get all up to 60. They have something. They have something decent. I don't think I can get anything else from these things, right? Median. Just checking. Yeah, so those are from that. And Gordian stuff. Yeah. Those things, I guess. But also, like, we could just go for the tombstone gear. I think. So, yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to get some of these things. Because that's kind of fun. That's a fun idea to do. To get some Alex, because we already got some of that. But at the same time, we could just go for these. So, yeah. Like, here. Where is it? War. If we get the aiming stuff, like that's each 510. Right? Yeah. For that. And that. Boom. 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 Done. And Dancer's ready to go. Like, the accessories are kind of like whatever. We can figure that out. Like, we might get... I think we'll get, like, the best rings. We'll get one of each of the best rings from this. Because why not? But at the same time, it's like, we don't need to worry about that. Boom. Boom. War 2. Boom. That's an aiming ring, right? Yeah. So, equip that. Boom. And then, what's it? This is the funding one. So we go to Gunbreaker for a sec. There we go. There's fending. And then Dragoon. Equip. Just equip whatever is the best option. There we go. And then Samurai. So yeah, we'll probably focus on getting Tombstone gear from this point forward, especially because like they all need it. They all need some. We are gonna need the level 60 stuff, and we're gonna get a shit ton either way. A shit ton of tombstones. And like, and while some of them are going to be useful for, we're going to want them for the healing set, and probably a little bit for the ninja set. Beyond that, we really don't have much of a need for tombstones. Yeah. But yeah, we'll go for the tombstone gear. We'll probably get some, and we'll be getting gear from doing Void Arc as well, so it's not like it's a huge deal. But geez Louise, this is taking for frickin' ever to deal with. I probably should have just gone with Gunbreaker to try and get in here, and it probably would have been faster. But yeah, let's with that taken care of, I think what we'll do... Oh, there we go, finally. Is we're going to start getting rid of all of the, those things. We'll sell off things that we can, and then... Yeah. Welcome to the Void Arc. Misremembering things. It hasn't been that long since I've run a Void Arc, but it also has, because you hardly get Void Arc, honestly, which is just kind of sad. I was talking about, I think I might have talked about this in my stream, on my Hollow stream earlier this week, but even as Hollow and Hollow is yeah, like I said, Hollow is max level. She still only really gets the Realm Reborn things, the Realm Reborn Alliance raids, and it's like, bruh, I don't want the Realm Reborn Alliance raids. I want the frickin' I even Heaven's Ward would be better than that. And I don't like these ones are like also kind of annoying because like everyone does them, but at the same time, like give me frickin' Nier, give me frickin' even Rabanastre, like because of the way that Rabanastre works, it gets and the fact that it is very much an alliance. It is a collab one. People want to run it more, but yeah, I think I for sure will be at least level 63 before the end of this. Dude, why are you moving it so much? Separated. Ah, I can't target you because you're right underneath me. I swear it's easier to target these guys when you're playing as a larger character. Greed. Didn't get either of them. Dang it. I think most people just greed these things. I don't think there's any. There's very few people that will need any of these things, but. While in dungeons, I want to have that closed. While not in dungeons, we'll have it open. So we can see her. Or while we're doing cutscenes, I should say. Do I want to deal with the big one, or the middle, or the other guy? I mean, it really doesn't matter as a melee, because it's all about the who can do it, who can attack it as ranged. You know what? Actually, though, Sawtooth is probably better to deal with anyways, because unlike the other guy, we can actually do positionals on him. So that's... I'm genuinely surprised that they're, why are we not doing more damage is my question. Does he have a... No, he's... It's just... Yeah. I'm glad that I chose to go after him, because if I didn't, this would suck. Because, yeah, I think the other one's gonna die in a sec here. Those actually look kind of cool. But I'm just gonna keep greeting. I'm not gonna need on anything because I really don't need it. And also, like, when it comes to the glamour dresser stuff, it is nice to get it sometimes. But at the same time, it's like, all I really want are the outfits. I don't really want much more than that. But yeah, we'll, I think we'll finish up the story, or I think we'll finish up these quests. And then, the quest for this, for Void Arc. And then I think that's what we'll call it for the stream. Uh, who else is in this? I think it's. We still have to face off against the giant squid thing, right? I think. The thing that eventually, like, is Kafkiwa or whatever. I know it's not Kafkiwa. Kafkiwa is the character. Kachulane. That thing. This thing. You have to defeat this thing. And then, is it... what's her face? Or is that in the other one? Because I think... the Diablos fight is in the last one. There is level 62. Oh, that's when you get that. Okay. I wasn't sure when that happened. Yeah, so this is her. This is Echidna. Right? I think that's... Are they oh, okay. They're initiating the raid check. They're not. Where are they? Did they actually start pulling? Okay, good. They didn't start pulling. So it was me, another guy, one of the sages. Really, a sage hadn't done this. Color me impressed. And then this is... Was that the... that's not the sage, is it? Wait, where is this person? Yeah, that is the sage. So yeah, the sage is doing this for the first time. color me surprised. I'm genuinely surprised that that a sage wouldn't have done this already. Like, maybe they just focused so hard on the MSQ that they didn't notice it. Because you can't get Sage until you're, what, 70? I think? Where are we go? So I'm A, right? So I'm gonna be... Which one are we taking on? This one? We deal with Echidna, I guess. But we got through it pretty fast, so that's good. Well, there we go. That's that done. Ugh. Yay! Victory! Screech! Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's see here. And the thing is, like, people leave this place fast. Let's give it to the healer. Alright, so let's greed the coffin lid. Need Echidna. Oh, we didn't get the minion. The most important part. What does this even look like? That's actually kind of cool. I should... Honestly, I really hope that they're going to be getting the Alliance Raid gear into, I hope they're going to be putting the Alliance Raid gear into these things soon. Or into the outfits soon. Because that's going to make things really nice. Especially... Yeah. Bugger me. I expected danger, but not a hell-spawned bleeding nightmare made flesh and like that. Didn't stop you and your mates, though, did it? That's some crew you got there, and no mistake. I can't. Why can't I get back to the voice? We got loot. Right then, Let's have a look let's have a look inside that dirty, great coffee top thing. Someone tells me it's filled to the brim with booty. No, it is not. Do not touch it. Do not touch it. Quick, we need to get out of here. Don't look at me. I never moved a muscle. Diablos. What in the seven hell is that bastard doing? This way, swiftly now! Can anyone else see a talking cat over there? Bloody hells. This adventure's getting queerer by the minute. Still, I'd rather take my chances with a prattling puss than stay here. Get your things, mateys. We're leaving. But what about the loot? You can't spend it when you're dead. We'll either follow the furball or make friends with Spellsling and Voidborn. Your choice. God damn it. How is an honest pirate supposed to meant to make a living? Wow, I did not realize they did that much to make it creepy. Yeah, it's been so long since I've done this. It's actually insane to see how much work they put into this. The ship's breaking up. Is he trying to bring her down? Worse. He's trying to bring her up. The Void Center is attempting to intimidate the dimensional space. Initiate a dimensional displacement, but the gate it cannot possibly be large enough for the entire ship. He's not necessarily trying to get the entire ship through. The Queen's coffin! He takes it beyond our reach. Well, there don't be much point in hanging around here. Let's get back to the solid ground. Alright, we'll finish this quest, and then we're going to call it there for the stream. It was a bit touch and go there in places, I guarantee you. But we're here we're all here, and all bits are still attached. This calls for foam and flagon of... Hold on. Ain't we missing someone? Didn't I tell the Utata to wait here for us? Never fear. We've been keeping the girl company. But enough about her. Did you see the cannon on that ship? And ye know, my dear Leofard, I am not easily moved, but the sheer power on display set me all a quiver. Well, I hope you're content to admire it from afar. That vessel ain't for the likes of you and me. Do not presume me to measure me by your own limitations. Besides, I believe I've shown how resourceful I can be. Which brings me neatly to the point. You have in your possession a device capable of tracking the ghost ship. Hand it over, and your engineers shall suffer the consequences. Perfect. The compass pointing away to me just rewards. A weapon like that belongs to the hands of the one who, with the will to use it. Come, lads, our business here is concluded. I'm sorry, Captain. They caught me off guard. You get a bang on the head or something? The man I know would never give in to scum like her without a fight unless... What did you do to the compass? Who, me? Not. Besides slipping a link para in its case and like. So long as Radha keeps it close, you can be damn sure she will. We'll know exactly what them thieving bastards plan. Anyone care to wager how long it'll take? Or to notice me little gift. 'Tis very clever and all, but how are you gonna proposing we stop her from getting her hands on that derelict and get its great big cannon? I ain't worked up that part out yet, and I still expect it'll start with us keeping a close eye on the Talons. Before we get to any of that, though, I pray some questions what need answering. You wish to know more about the Void Ark, the ghost ship as you call it. The Void Ark. So that's its proper name. I'd like to hear whatever you'd care to tell us, Puss. And for that, and I, for my part, am curious to hear your stories ere we continue. However, I must insist that you address me by my proper name, Kate Sith. I will not have respond to puss or cat, and most decidedly not furball. My tale begins long, long ago, in the city of Mok, where once stood in the lands of Yafan. Sorcerers of Mach were masters of destructive magics, and they brought that terrible power to bear against Amdapur and Nim in the War of the Magi. The titanic forces that they unleashed, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting in the colossal flood that drowned the realm of Eorzea, a catastrophe which my master, High Void Mage Cesar, was wise enough to foresee. Wait, colossal flood? Are you talking about the 6th Umbral Calamity? I suppose you would know it as such. Now where was I? Ah, yes. When they learned of the fate that awaited them, the Magi began construction of a gargantuan vessel that would bear their people into to the skies and to safety. The operation of the Void Ark, as the ship came to be called, was entrusted to the Caesar. Prior to that, of course, my master had been a prisoner in her own home, confined to her outspoken opposition to the war. So the Ark was meant to be. A sanctuary then. How did it come to be so then? What happened to all the people, and where did those void scent come from? By what power do you imagine such a massive craft remains aloft? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from over 1,000 otherworldly servants, sealed within the vessel. Advances in Maki sorcery were made for one reason and one reason only: cataclysmic, destructive power, and the swiftest and most dangerous method of acquiring that power was through the enslavement of the void-sent entities. So the creature on that derelict, they broke free from your master's control. At the very heart of the Ark, the Void Mages had entombed a great ruler of the Void-Sent, Skathak, the Shadow Queen. But in order to control so potent a prisoner, a mage of adamant will was required, and being Mach's permanent sorcerer, the Caesar was deemed best qualified. Where otherwise my master might never have been released from her own imprisonment. Even yet, the Caesar perilous skills and the Shadow Queen could not long be subjugated. One after another, the lesser Void-Sent awoke and ran rampant within the ship. In the end, Caesar and the 53 Void-Sent aboard the Ark sacrificed their own life energies to return the fiends to their coffins, leaving me and a lowly familiar to watch over the derelict prison. If I remember me humble heirs right, the stuff you just described happened more 1,500 years past, which is good while by anyone's measure. And since everything seemed to have been quiet on board your boat, till just recently, I am thinking something unusual must have happened to wake the inmates up. Am I warm? One day, the Void-Sent that had taken the shape of a bat flew into the ship. At first, it was little more than a nuisance. Then I brushed away, but the longer it remained on the Ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually, I could not contend with its power, and began shattering seal after seal. You have faced this winged fiend before. It would seem then that the creature survived the encounter, and he intends to celebrate his restoration by liberating his queen. Well, that explains that, then, except for one detail, namely where the queen's coffin went. After it fell out of the ship's belly, I'm assuming it didn't just disappear. Oh, I'm reading it wrong. Disappear, right? You recall a great rift that the Ark cannon ripped from in the sky. That was a void gate. Such portal open a temporary path through the void, allowing the ship to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The voidsent, as you saw, only opened a gate large enough to displace the coffin. As for the coffin's destination, however, that is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. I beseech you, conquerors of the Ark, help me find the Queen's coffin ere the wards binding the Skethik are dispelled.
Smells to me like an adventure. And who knows what ancient Maki treasures we might stumble on along the way. Gods know they'll make a nice change from the elegant tombstones we've been collecting. I will help you, and I'm not risking me hide for the sake of the realm, you understand. But I'll be damned if I let either Alde or the bat-winged bastard take the freedom from the skies from me.
You care only for how much you might be inconvenienced. If the Shadow Queen were to return, it would be a dire consequence for the entire star.
Count your blessings, Furball. I said we'd help, didn't I? Before we go rushing off in search of that coffin, there are preparations to be made. You might as well get back to your usual heroic employment, Zowo. I'll let you know when it's time to round up your mates again. You got it.
And there we go.
The time is near, my dear Talons. Soon we shall seize control of the ghost ship and all its power and rule the skies from here to the ends of the world.
Da 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 da. Paying the bills. All right. Can we? No, we have to. Okay. We'll have to wait until. So that's gonna be the end of it. So yeah, next time. So our next stream, we are gonna go ahead and do, or the next Zowo stream, I should say. We'll go ahead and conclude this. Oh sweet, we got 2 lines. I'll probably run one of these higher level dungeons in a bit. Either way, it doesn't really matter what I do. But yeah, that's gonna be where we're gonna go ahead and call it for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. We did quite a bit. Obviously we finished up Heaven's Ward. We finished up Alexander. We went ahead and did some extremes with Latios. Big thank you to him. If you, those of you on Twitch, I would recommend you go over to the YouTube channel and check out Latios's. Head over to Latios's channel. He also streams on YouTube. Those of you who have been watching on YouTube, or if you're rewatching it later, you should be able to click on his name and check out his channel. But anyways, guys, so that's that. But yeah, so next Zowo's Journey, we are going to go ahead and we will conclude the story of, we'll do, I think we can finish up both Alliance raids. We might run it as Gunbreaker to make things easier on ourselves, but that'll be a week from now before we do that. So we might even be able to get a caster up there, or a healer up there. Up to 60. If we can, that's going to be great. But yeah, so we'll do some grinding. We'll get some stuff done off stream. And yeah, I'll probably run a few I'll probably run a few of these dungeons that I still need to do. Off stream, we'll see. But yeah, so that's that. Okay, I think that's everything. But yeah, once we finish up the stuff, the quest line for this, we will go ahead and do Hildebrand, and then after Hildebrand, we will go ahead and finish the MSQ for Heaven's Ward, which shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Probably like 1 or 2 streams, we'll see. But yeah, we'll get that done. But yeah, that'll be the end of that. So look forward to those of you who are watching on YouTube, go ahead and look forward to the next Nerd Chat, which should be coming out on Sunday. And then as for streams, look forward to Monday when we'll be doing some Marvel Rivals Monday. Tuesday will be Reset Day with Holobali. We're still, I think we're primarily going to be doing some crafting on her. Wednesday, we are going to try and finish up the Pokemon. So look forward to that. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And on Thursday, we will be going through more of Adventures of Elliot. So yeah, look forward to that. I don't think there's anything else that really needs to be covered. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. Let's see where Twitch is going. Twitch, you will be going. Let's see where you're going. Can we go to I think, yeah, let's send you guys to JoeCat. JoeCat is doing a outfit thing. So, enjoy. See you guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. But on.